Hi, and welcome to another episode of Business Spotlight. I am Teresa Strong Mike with Action Coach Tampa Bay, and we have yet another. I keep bringing them to you, y'all. Another wonderful business owner in the area. We have Brian Esposito with us. So, Brian, come on and tell us a little bit about your company.
Hey, Teresa, how are you today?
Hey, I'm wonderful.
Good, good. Thanks for having me. So I've always been an entrepreneur, so 23 plus years, starting my businesses as a early teenager in my life cycle. Present day, I've built a holding company known as Esposito Intellectual Enterprises. Consists of over 110 entities, accumulated over 200 joint ventures around the world, and proudly operating in over 25 different industries. So it's become quite a one-stop shop of resources for products, technologies, services, solutions, and IP. We've got exceptional management there helping push these companies forward. They're protected and supported by great legal, accounting, compliance, and regulatory. And then that's further protected and supported by our private banking, investment banking, and strategic capital partners. So that's what I built over the last 7 years.
Wow.
Thanks. It's, yeah, you work 24/7. You figure this stuff out. Um, Over the last 7 years, what I really love to do and really rewarding for me is I get invited into working with startups, even up to Fortune 500 companies. And
Yes.
going back and looking at what I explained to what I built, there's a lot of resources, access, relationships, and assets there. So when I get to work with a startup, for example, we can really help them turn around their company, give them some opportunities that they didn't even know existed or know how to get to. And it's wonderful to
Right.
see someone light up because all of a sudden their idea starts getting some momentum, they start getting some business. I'm not the
Love it.
unicorn guy. I'm the guy.
Mhm.
If you want to be in business, you have to have revenues, and if you want to stay in business, you need to be profitable and just grow at a very
Absolutely.
healthy and sustainable rate. And not to keep going too long, but my life's work has come to an interesting point where I've taken over a public company in late August, known as Diamond Lake Minerals. DLMI is the ticker
Nice.
symbol. Thank you. And
Hmm.
we've got tremendous support, a credible board that have joined us of icons in their industry. And we're doing unique things of combining traditional securities with what we believe is the future of securities known as digital security token offerings. So, a lot going on. We're in a lot of great
Brian,
spaces.
that was a mouthful, Brian.
That
You're
is a
doing big things. I love it. I love
thank
it.
you.
But
Thank you, Teresa.
it also shows the longevity and the perseverance that it takes to just stay around and reinvent yourself and reinvent your business and what you're doing. So I love that because we are talking to business owners
Absolutely.
and and it's good to see that. It's good to see that. So
Thank
the
you.
question I have for you though is in what state can I come to you? Like what do I already have to have established before I come to you and get assistance?
Any state,
Any
any
state.
state except Idaho. No, I'm just kidding. I love working with all different types of people. It can be in concept phase, they can be in startup phase, high growth phase. I really love because I've had to battle so many hurdles. I love companies that are kind of distressed too,
Hmm.
because I can help turn them around. It's easy to get involved with a company that's growing and keep helping it grow.
Right.
I mean,
Hmm.
that's a little bit. I don't know. The rewarding is not really as much emotionally as it can be, but when you can turn somebody's company around because I can see things differently, I look at the world and opportunities and strategize a little bit differently. And when you
Right.
can help somebody actually that took a second mortgage on their home or all their credit cards are maxed out because they're trying to
Yeah,
build something, if you can help somebody get out of
absolutely.
that, that's amazing. It's not about the money, it's about actually taking my life's work and paying it forward and helping people succeed. That's where I like to play.
Absolutely. Do you specialize in any particular industry?
Right now I'm in over 25 of them. So the easiest way to answer that is I don't get involved in the tobacco industry. I don't get involved in firearms or the adult entertainment industry. So those three are
Gotcha.
pushed to the side for now.
Hmm.
But either we're in those industries that some of your listeners may be involved in, or one degree from those industries through relationships in our network.
Gotcha. Okay, wonderful. So what has kept you motivated?
Kind of what I was referencing before. I love working with great people. Success and money is the byproduct, I believe, of good people just doing good work. So I
Love
get
it.
motivated every day talking to the founders or
Hmm.
teams inside of my holdings or new companies that want to work with me, and hearing
Hmm.
their stories, seeing what they're trying to accomplish. That's motivating for me. Yeah, that's what
Gotcha.
lights me up every day.
And what has been an obstacle? Because you survived COVID-19 and all that stuff that was going on. So
Mhm.
what were the lessons you learned there? And are there any of those things that you have continued?
Yeah, well, I've been through hell and back since the late '90s building all my companies. So
Mhm.
I'm used to problems. When COVID hit, I was like, that's another problem. So and there'll be another one tomorrow. It's just the way the world and life is.
Absolutely.
So
Right.
rather than focusing on things, I learned to train my brain not to focus on things I can't control, because that's just noise and chaos and
Yeah.
distractions to keep you off your path. Whether you're religious or spiritual, there's a lot of things I
Right.
believe are thrown at you to take you off your path. So if you
Absolutely.
get consumed by that, or if you're watching the news all day, or you're hearing about doom and gloom, it's very difficult to feel good about anything. So
Mhm.
you got to put a wall up. It's good to know what's going on in the world, but more importantly,
Mhm.
it's important, I believe, to surround yourself with good people. If you have
Mhm.
toxic people in your inner circle, that's you have to cut that out like a cancer. And sometimes it could be tough. It could be family members,
Yeah.
it could be spouses, kids, parents, best friends. But if you're waking up and
Whew.
there's people taking your joy away from you, I think that's the ultimate sin, and you need to be very proactive about stopping that and correcting that. And then from there, I think you'll see a lot of things change. And I think the most important thing in life is not to chase money or things. I like to see people work hard and reward themselves. I think that's a good feeling. But if you're chasing these materialistic
Yeah.
things all the time, yeah, you'll
Mhm.
never be happy. And money shouldn't be
Right.
your god, and you shouldn't be comparing yourself with other people. So, this is 20.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 42 now, so this is a lifetime of me going through all these different evolutions of myself. And
Mhm.
I believe I'm I believe I'm on the right path to,
Mhm.
shedding those, what, seven deadly sins that a lot of people are chasing, and the less of those
Yeah.
that you have in your around you, I think the happier
Mhm.
you'll be.
Love it. You are so chill, Brian. You like bring
Thanks.
such a chill vibe to this. I love it. So well, you kind of gave advice. 'Cause I kinda wanna know with you, because this is, not a question I generally ask, but with you, I just wanna know, like,
Throw it out there. What do you got?
what is your routine? What keeps you in this? Because sometimes folks have a very rigid routine that keeps them, aligned, and
Yeah.
sometimes folks don't. It's just what they decide to do and to stop doing. So,
Yeah.
what is it
Yeah,
for
I
you?
know there's a lot of these famous, I don't sign up for the Tony Robbins of the world, or those ones that are just promoting their program.
Yeah,
Obviously, it worked for
right.
them. So that's not my MO. My
Mhm,
routine is being open to the world.
mhm,
And, when you're open to the world, you invite good and bad into it. So good people, good opportunities, bad opportunities. And as you get older and you evolve, you start to spot the bad ones a lot quicker, and you avoid them from affecting your life. So my routine changes daily. I just, I could leave this great discussion and bump into somebody, and all of a sudden I'm on to a new exciting journey or path with somebody. So I think if you're in a rigid structured routine, which again works for certain people, and God bless them,
mhm.
that doesn't work for me. I need to be able to be malleable. I think if
Gotcha.
you can reference trees, right? The trees that bend when there's a giant hurricane, they don't break. They bend and they come back up. The ones that are
Right.
rigid and stiff, those are the ones that blow down and
Love that. That's a great
die.
analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the ones that snap, right? Love it. So, do you have anything that's coming up that you want to share with us before we leave?
Well, no, I appreciate your time. Anybody listening, I'm always accessible and available. So Brian J. Esposito on LinkedIn and Twitter, and our corporate website's eie.rocks. And anybody working on things, I think it's important you go after your dreams. I think you can be really calculated if you have a current corporate job, or if you're a teacher, or if you're in this
Mhm.
world that you don't want to be anymore. You can use that world to meet people, to network, to pull some resources,
Absolutely.
save some money, and then at the right time, go off on your entrepreneur dream. And just do it very carefully. You don't have to do it in a way where you're stressing yourself out. You don't have to do it in a way where you're making ginormous risk. You can be really calculated about it, and reach out to people to ask for help. I think that's an important
Oh my
part of
gosh,
of
yes.
life. Yeah, it's not a weakness if you ask for help. I think it's actually a
Uh,
place of strength.
Absolutely. That's a great place to end this. Thank you so much for your time and your chill vibe. I just love it. Just
Thank you,
want to come
Trisha.
and just sit in your office because I can't even imagine.
Anytime. Love to talk to you more.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for watching again. Make sure you are following him or checking out what he has to offer, sending people his way who have a dream that they're just trying to figure out how to get that thing started and implement it and bring it to fruition. So you guys have a great day and thanks again for watching.